Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to have you today. I'm so happy that you've joined us for our podcast today. Welcome to the Sauti Plus podcast. And today, I'm just thrilled. I've had an amazing day. I hope you've had an amazing day too. I hope you're having a great time. Today, I have amazing people with me in the studio. Um, Doing amazing things wherever they are, and I'm so excited for you to just get to know them, and I just want us to dig into it right away. I will just start here with a round of introductions, and then I tell you what we are having. Please tell someone to tap your friend, tell everyone to join, because the real deal is the Sauti Plus podcast right now. Yes.
Hi, my name is Alicia. I am here through the GYA Ambassador Program through Planned Parenthood Global. I work for Planned Parenthood in Washington, D.C., and I am a peer health educator there. So I do a lot of education sessions in English and in Espanol.
Thank you. Happy to have you here, Alicia. Alicia, what
Thank
is
you
your
for
favorite?
having me.
What do you love most about Uganda?
What do I love? The sombusas.
Sumbusa. I love samosas too. Over to you, Mr. Juma Amoti, the Ugandan.
Musa has already introduced me. My name is Juma Safari, and I work with Richer Hand as a communications officer, and I'm happy to be here today.
Amazing, amazing. Juma, you're Ugandan. Please pass. Yes, Lori.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you. My name is Lori, and I also work with Planned Parenthood Global. I'm the acting executive director, and I've been working there on and off since like 2013. So I have a background in comms, media, feminist journalism, and I'm just delighted to be talking with you all today.
Amazing. Thank you, Lori. I told you, like, we have so much power in this room, guys, today. You better be listening in. What's your favorite thing about Uganda, Lori?
Oh my goodness, where to start? I mean, it is the Pearl of Africa after all. This is actually my first visit because I was supposed to come and then COVID happened.
Sorry.
So, and this is my first day here.
First time in Uganda, first day in
So-
Uganda, and she's on the Sauti Plus podcast. Guys,
So big things.
you have
Yay.
to ask me again in a week, and I'll be able to tell you better.
amazing. It's such a privilege to have you here. Like, she just landed and she just went to the Sauti Plus studio. Like, guys, I told you Sauti Plus is the thing. Yes, Melanie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Milani. I'm from Tennessee, and I'm currently in my third year of university. I'm also a GYA with Alicia, but I just work at a different organization for the month. And I have been with Planned Parenthood for over a year as an intern, but I started on an advocacy council and as a volunteer. So.
Amazing. Thank you all. Thank you, guys. I told you, like, I have amazing people today. I don't know how I was able to pull them, but they're just amazing people. Happy to have each one of you here. They are everything, but one thing they all are, and we all are, is that we are all Billies. I know you're wondering what BNN is, what this is, and I'll just have my speakers today tell us what is BNN. Juma, what is BNN to you? What does BNN mean?
BNN is a movement of young people who are seeking to better their lives through collective efforts. You understand? And I think that's the way to go because, like, no man is an island. As you know, like, young people are very diverse and they do have as well diverse challenges. Like, when you look at young people living with disabilities, when they stand alone, like, sometimes their voices can't be heard. So BNN is a movement that is there to help all these young people, like, voice out their needs, like, not now, but now. Maybe our guests here, if they have maybe even better explanations about BNN, please.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Juma. Juma says BNN is a movement. BNN in full is Billy Now Now. Billy Now Now is just a billion young people. And that is me, that is you, that is everyone in here. A billion young people making informed choices. A billion young people taking power, taking charge of their lives, of their futures, of their bodies, of their everything. And that is what we are. That it is urgent. We shouldn't sleep on it. It is something that we are working on, and that is what brings us all together. But I know someone might be there saying, do we even need a movement? I don't know. Someone has asked me that question. Do we even need a movement? What is the purpose of a movement? Why do you think young people need a movement or one voice? Why do you think, Laurie, it is important for young people to come together, to have BNN, to lead these things, to have this global movement? And why is it not just me, maybe here in Kampala, doing my thing, because me and my fellow young people in Kampala only face this? Why are we doing it globally? Why do we even need a movement?
Yeah, I think the gentleman said it best. No man is an island. And personally, the reason that I do this work today is because going through a lot myself as a young person, I know I felt very alone in certain instances. And it was only when I got a little bit older and I looked around and I connected with other people in this movement, in this work, that I understood that my experiences were not unique. And I think a lot of stigma and shame and guilt and frustration can fester if you feel like you're going through something alone. Whereas if you understand that you're part of a bigger story and a bigger movement, you can actually turn all those negative emotions into pride, into connection, into celebration, into pleasure. And I think that's really, for me, what's at the core of this. And I can tell you, stories from when I was in school, the types of things that I was taught, and I didn't know any better that they were right or wrong. I don't want other people to have that same experience.
All right. Thank you so much. Laurie is a big fan of BNN, and we are so happy to have her supporting BNN and just supporting the power of young people. Thank you so much. Melanie, as a final year student, why do you think it's important? Why do you think you need a movement? We need a movement.
Yeah, so like everyone else said, I think that movements do not thrive in isolation. Work does not get done alone. I found that out. I think even more being in university, being in community with so many people is super important. Yeah, so a lot of the organizations I'm a part of, we've seen the most progress when we all work together and everyone has a different part in it. So I think it's super important to have a movement and really work together and do that.
Amazing. Thank you so much. You know, with this movement, with BNN, we are trying to connect like the whole world to say one thing, to speak. And it is not easy. It is not easy. It's not going to be easy, but I know we are going to do it. No one said it was going to be easy, but I know we're going to do it. And we believe that, I personally believe, as I believe, that we can do this with tech. I know that tech can connect and break bridges and burn bridges, and just us being able to connect. Like for example, right now I know there's someone who's not here, but they're watching us, they're listening, and they're following. I know there's a bill in Kenya, I know there's a bill in Burkina, and they're following this. Like, that is all tech, and that is the power we also have as young people. So how do you think, for Alicia, how do you think we can leverage on the power of tech and social media to amplify this BNN, this entire movement?
I think it's very important to like focus on the technology and social media, because that is like the main thing that young people are on. They are always changing social media platform. They always know what's important, like what is trending. So I think it's very important to like focus on that, because that is how we are gonna gain their attention. Like, that is their language, like the technology, the social media. So if we can like really use that, I think we could get our message across in a way that they are able to understand.
Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you for everyone that is following. Do comment. Do tell us, what do you think? What do you think we can do better for BNN? How can we sustain it? How can we hold it? What are your thoughts? Do you want to be hosted for the next podcast? Do you want to speak about BNN? Do you want us to come to your community? Please let us know. The hashtag is BNN. I am brave. It's always that. And we are always happy to welcome and have you also on the show. Thank you so much. Speaking of BNN and tech, how do you think, I've been thinking that, at times we start something and we are all there, we are all energy, we love it. And then over time, it just dies, especially things that young people do, because at times we don't have plans and what of course, Billy has plans and stuff. BNN has a plan. But then how can we sustain it as young people in Uganda, in Kenya, in Burkina, in the United States, in India, in China? How can we sustain BNN, Lori? How can we keep this in that even when I'm transitioning and I'm now not a Billy, I'm a fan or I'm a supporter or I'm a funder now for BNN? Or how can the next young people 30 years from now, 50 years from now, keep up with BNN? How can we sustain this?
No, it's a great question. And it's something I spend a lot of time thinking about now as an ED, because a big part of my job is getting money and so that these movements and these CSOs can be sustaining and they can actually have a future and they can invest in themselves and their communities. And I think, I came up as a young feminist activist and now I've graduated out of that. And I think we need more pipelines for people who maybe start out in youth work and then for them to see that they can then become leaders and run organizations and give back to a new generation of young people who are changing the story. And that's how we're going to sustain through generations a wave really of radical activism. And I think that's really important, because don't get it twisted, what we're doing, it is very radical. It is very brave. We are standing up for ourselves, for our rights. And, we're everybody in this room, we're connected by that. We're connected by the force of standing up and speaking up for what's right, even when it's hard or brave, because it's not always easy. And, I have traveled to a lot of places and seen that young people face a lot of the same challenges, and it's a lot easier to deal with when they're not only speaking to each other and connected through tech, but when they also have resources and opportunities for economic change as well in their lives.
Can I add to that?
Yes, please do. Please do.
So that's also something I've been thinking a lot about, and part of our program is like a project implementation. And I think where I'm from, we also struggle a lot with sustainable movements and having programs that are super long term, just because of the low retention rate for people who like stay in this type of work. And two important things that I've sort of picked up is the importance of like self-care, as in like taking care of yourself and taking time to rest and really making sure you're okay, but also like incorporating the art of joy into the work that you do. So like joy, love, compassion. If you're doing the work with those things, it's a lot easier said than done, but a lot of movements and things that are founded on sort of those concepts have the potential to be a lot longer lasting, because especially young people, you were saying earlier how young people want to be entertained. They want to, sort of be like stimulated by games and things like that. It makes a lot of sense because people want to stay around things that are fun. And I think there's super sustainable ways to make movements fun and effective. And that's just something I've been thinking a lot about that could be a nice strategy to incorporate into things that we have going on.
Amazing. Yes, Juma.
Also, for us to create a sustainable movement all over the world, I think it's very crucial, very important for people to understand, for young people to understand the purpose of these movements and what they are trying to achieve. Some movements do really fail because some people don't understand the visions of these movements. Like, for example...
Yeah, that's why we have to constantly have such engagements.
Definitely. Like, for example, this is a microphone. I don't expect you to make phone calls with it because it has a purpose, you understand? So I believe we should also invest more in sensitizing, in knowledge building for people to understand what really these movements are meant to achieve.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that is why I asked that question. Why do we need a movement from the beginning? What is it? What is BNN? And as Juma is saying, it is important for young people to be able to understand this. And even that means it is easier for us to even do the multiplier effect, that if I'm telling other young people that this is us, this is for you, this is for me, this is our thing, and we need to take power, we need to take charge. They need to be able to understand it. We need to be able to understand it and not just make up things. Young people can make up things, by the way. We are very big on propaganda.
Not just young people.
Everyone.
And now with social media, Like young people are always people take what they want to take. You can wake up on Twitter and say, I like bread, and someone just comes and says, so you hate pancakes.
Yeah.
I just said I love bread. I didn't say anything about pancakes. Like, that is the world we are in. Yes, Juma.
So, like, I think the way to go is to create that sense of ownership. We need to have young people own these movements. And that's how, if I own something, I feel like it's mine. Like, for example, I own this shirt. I treasure it with all my life. I can't let anything happen to it. You understand? This is how we need to create up these movements where young people really own them, feel like this is our thing. Let's keep on moving, because this is one way, through movements is one way how we hold our governments accountable for the things that really matter to us. It's really very demotivating to say, like, finding a youth leader in for example Kapchora, some district in Uganda, being aged like 50, like he
50-year-old youth leader.
yeah, you understand, like the way he thinks like a 50-year-old. And for us, I mean, as young people, like, we are seeing the world like it's really evolving. There is technology and these people are not trying to embrace it, and this is what we want. So how can we create urgency for that? Like, if we own these movements, I mean, they will move with our values.
It's our thing.
We shall
Chintu
push
chafe.
it.
Yes.
Definitely,
See how people own up in the ghetto, like, and they're pushing it. So thank you so much, Juma. To everyone watching, to the Billies out there, to everyone, you need to own this up. This is not my thing. It's not a Juma. It's not a Lori. It's not a PPG thing. It's not a Rahul thing. It is our thing. It is us speaking. It is us holding governments accountable. It is us saying that we need this power. We need money. We need 1 billion million shillings in our hands. Yes, we do. That part too. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We do need that part too as well. And I mean, this is us, and for us to keep this and to have it sustainable, this is ours. Just we want to close this and just wrap it up, and next time we shall have our conversations. But before we close, I just want us to as Billy's in here, our supporters of Billy, what is something you're telling a Billy, like a Billy in China or Singapore or in Kapchora, as Juma said? What is that one thing you would want to tell them?
I think I would like to tell all the young Billies, like, that you are not alone, because I feel like a lot of young people think they are alone, that they are the only ones facing like those certain challenges, those certain issues. But as like, my parents are from Guatemala, so like I grew up with that culture and I've seen that culture with my eyes, and the young people there even face the same struggles that the people here in Uganda face. So I really like how BNN builds like that connection, and to let other people know that you're not alone, and just bring them together to work towards that cause.
Thank you, Alicia. You're not alone. Yes, Juma.
For me, what I can tell our Beatles out there is, I mean, unity is the way to go. As you can see, these two fingers cannot make a loud sound. You understand? It's a unity of the 5 fingers that really count, that make the loudest noise. You understand? If you're calling someone at a distance, you need to, but these two cannot do that. So, like, let's unite. I mean, if we unite, a lot of things can be solved, and through these movements, we shall make the world a better place.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Juma. Yes, Laurie.
I would say to Billies, or even people who might not yet know that they're Billies, that if you're waiting for permission, consider this your permission, okay? You don't need to wait any longer. Every single person, every single young person, you have some area of influence, and you might not think about it that way, but you might have a friend, a sibling, a cousin, a parent, somebody in your life, a teacher who you could influence them when it comes to helping them understand that young people need to be able to access their health and rights. And so I encourage you to do that, to own your power in that way. So if you were waiting for a special invitation, consider this your special invitation.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so to Billy's, I would say I think the one thing that I've learned is that it's okay to care. I think we have a lot of adults in our lives telling us that just leave it the way it is. It's okay. Like this is the way things are. That's fine. You don't need to go stirring up trouble, things like that. But I think that it's our job to care about these things, break the generational cycles, break the problems that we see like in our lives, and don't be discouraged by, people who haven't really had the opportunity to do those things. Don't be discouraged by them telling you not to do that, because like what we are doing, what everyone is doing, what the young people are doing matters. It is helpful. It's making impacts. And don't let anyone let you think that it's not doing those things.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Melanie, Lori, Juma, and Alicia. And don't be discouraged by people who have failed, as Melanie said, because they are going to discourage us and stop us along the way. But thank you so much. You guys have been amazing. It has been amazing meeting you. It's
Thank
been
you
amazing.
for having us.
Yay.
Thank you.
I can't wait to have you guys again, Alicia and Melanie. We can just have this conversation going on because you're with us here for a while. Thank you so much. You two can be, you are a Billy. Everyone is a Billy, but we would like to get to know you. So please sign up. Just down here, you're going to see a QR code that you can sign up. Just down here, QR code. And you can also check in the comment and in the caption and the description. There's going to be a QR code. And you can sign up. And for us to just get to know you and for you to just be a part of the big Billy BNN world. I mean, we are all Billies. But lastly, from me, I didn't introduce myself because I'm Musa.
You know
She doesn't need
me.
an introduction. Her presence is the introduction.
Yes, I'm Musa. I'm a Billy. Happy to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. My last words are: remember that you are brave. You are Billy. You're brave. You are resilient. You are. And you are energetic, you are versatile, you are everything brave, and we are here for you. Thank you so much. Do do share this with other people. Do share with us your thoughts, and you never know, you may be the next person we host. Thank you so much. Bye.
Let's go, Billies.
Bye.
Bye.